are you alright? Don't fall asleep. Are you listening?
Are you listening? Anyway, Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone.
It's on a complete...
Not only was he trying to frame his offer to assist us was if we go into Sis's path.
To think he would... Furthermore, he wishes to...
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not he may even be able to...
So, this really worked.
He made us go after Oku. And he told us he had seen the true...
The whole time he was working with Come on, we gotta take that bastard...
No. Akechi is merely an unimaginable fiend,
Unless we find out who that is,
But... what?
we'll have to make Akechi say it.
I think that will be the case of it. The only reason it hasn't happened, he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons...
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one. Yeah, that's it! It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing...
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work.
Waiting upstairs. Go. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're...
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan,
it's a...
Man.
Look who...
Hey, you big bastard!
Have you... You're not floating.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron...
Still, isn't this guy
You weren't... I heard my sister...
Yeah, she came over and attacked. It was right after they announced he had died.
I didn't have...
Hey,
We wanted to make our end. What we did was make that enemy.
Oh, enemy?
The true culprit behind all...
True call. I see.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he...
Akechi himself gave us the chance to... He made one...
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning?
That wasn't something we couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither...
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. In other words, you left him alone on purpose.
God.
He slipped up in regards to... Yes, Morgana can...
Oh, our apologies. You surprised?
Does that mean...
But you don't understand him.
When you're in the metaverse, once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, it's a change in...
Thanks to Akechi's lane.
when we talked to Akechi, but we already saw him drop...
Oh, I know a place!
Oh, am I mistaken? Mona was the... That meant Akechi...
And since he was lying to us about that, we...
It seemed odd upon further thought. That said, that's why we asked for... I pretended to be interested. My heart was pounding while...
Even that ace detective, Futaba's quirky nature proved...
That was just an act! After a few days of listening...
Then I'll guide the police. That would be the only way to... Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone...
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why's that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it? Then it truly was a do-or-die situation? That's crazy. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, He would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, Cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears.
Elections, huh?
Why don't we
Well, the Phantom Thief...
Have you figured out who...
Akechi accidentally said Shido-san.
Shido?
He is unmistakably a man of...
Shido?
I believe he's a politician.
For real?
It's certainly
Huh?
Do you have some...
nothing material. However... First, he would profit. He's maintained a negative stance. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have a mental shutdown, psychotic breakdown.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be...
What's going to happen to this?
The issue is simpler than that. This...
We gotta
Yeah, we'll do it. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi. Got a hit!
Where would the location be?
I always think of Dirty
What does he do?
His palace must be...
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to...
Our next target's the... No need to waste time. Nobody against it?
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this.
Time for
Then it's you.
All we gotta do now is figure...
So that's the app that allows...
An old fart like me.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th.
It's best we hurry before they discover the...
Should we start tomorrow then?
That reminds me. What are you gonna do?
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright?
What do you mean?
This operation had a... Shido tried to place all the blame. He has ruined countless lives. A mere change of heart is too...
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom, our leader, who is presumed dead, will say he has escaped prison, not commit...
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought...
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick.
But the true we won the first round.
Yeah, I say...
These people tried to trap and kill us. We will need to be prepared.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since...
Back then, because of that...
To think I would fall. I recall that's when you came to me. If it wasn't for the research...
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic.
Who'd think that tampering with a... And when someone like that said he'd support...
It's because I believed that your ideals...
Well, my faith in you, I only need you using that...
Wakaba Ishiki, was it?
Any suspicions should be snubbed. After all, we had an active...
Astounding, isn't it? He was quite surprised when you... Well, I got that out of his...
This country's affair. The political world is filled with old men. The general public has forsaken such...
I must have...
There's no need to be ruined. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times.
Still, it would stand out if... Which is why I made prosecute the targets that I turned psychotic, and thus the...
Thanks to your efforts, my clean... Once I gained the public's... The police were no exception.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged,
And they were just brats once we...
When you told me that, I knew...
Their popularity was a bit beyond my After that, all I had to do was openly be... The current administration is dead with... Even the government parties have begun... The time has finally come. However, inauguration isn't... I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and...
In other words, you're creating a...
The public resonates with my... And for that is... Your assistance has been... When I become Prime Minister...
With this most recent case, surely my story will be passed down as a hero. I believe I'll lay low.
I suppose with your age...
I am thinking of...
So... Well, how do I put this?
Sorry.
hijacked your phone during the... Well, remember, basically, that might be able to tell the precise moments. That's when I saw my chance. But there was a chance they'd just pass. That's why we... This plan still... Still, I couldn't just... But you know how it has that making the phone think he was pushing that... It may not have looked like... Though, there's no doubt you were the... But it seems like all the drugs and... Want me to explain how it all... Well, since the rest of us didn't get caught, we had to pretend we never wanted you to get arrested. Basically, we had to act like we didn't know it. The enemy knows who we are, so if they had people watching us and want to hear more? Another tough part was figuring out how to get Sai in order to return to reality. So, Sai and Akechi would just come back the same way. We needed to stop her for a moment before, but nothing can be sent to a phone inside a pal. In doing so, I made it see that part was kinda last minute. I'm really on a roll here. Let me see. Oh yeah, tying Akechi up. I obviously don't mean the one we had to tie up was... This part's really complicated. Well, we needed to lure Akechi, but Akechi would have entered the palace immediately. Because of that, there was a pretty decent chance he'd run into the cognitive Akechi. And if that happened, Akechi would... Nobody actually even thought of this possibility, and Makoto realized in the middle of the night. In the end, we chose to sneak into... Because you told Sae to show him the so, we had a few minutes to strike. It was Operation Tie Him Up. Thankfully, Sae Nijima didn't know his true nature. It was pretty simple surrounding him, knocking him out, and tossing him on another floor. Man, watching Makoto's skill was super... Basically what I'm trying to say is... Sorry about that. And seriously, well done. Oh, you want... What? That's... He's tired.
I'm gonna head back then.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end. Well then, we should get to sleep. You know, something that Futaba said before, when you were in a pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now. And I'll even...
Of course. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those phantom thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
I'll show you.
Cut that out!
Hey.
Okay.
You going out? You gotta be kidding. You realize you're done for... Oh, just don't stay...
Akechi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are... We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet...
Maybe... Mount Fuji?
Conditions have not been met.
What about a man?
Conditions have
Since he's going...
Conditions have
What
not
about
been
to...
met. Conditions have
Impure...
not been. Conditions have not been met.
It's... I thought we would have gained...
Hey, you... Shido stole the...
Is that even...
Who knows? There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person...
I did...
That man over there is Excuse me?
Sure.
What kind of person...
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered. He's an admirable... I believe that he'll help create a...
An exemplary...
It makes sense he wouldn't tell Teen...
Look over there.
Wait, is it a...
That doesn't...
We should leave. Tomorrow's the day off. We should all think...
The criminals, however, these scandals...
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician with working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous?
The election's public notification is tomorrow. But no...
Everyone's being...
In order to save this country...
Ugh.
Hey!
Been searching all along, confessing while alone and on. Without a clue, without a sign, without grasping the real question to be asked. Where have I been? I'm a chef's
Oh! Okay.
Hey, wait!
Nice! Hey! Yeah!
Last one. Diamond.
How many? Right?
That's... You know all the...
So you enter...
Boss, can you turn the TV?
Sure thing.
Gord. Him and his...
So, is it true you withdrew yourself from...
I truly, honestly, it required a lot of... I mean...
Then was it also your plan when you said...
That was to catch them. Once they lost public support, that's the same strategy.
Why is he being treated as an ace attack?
It's not just on TV.
On the other hand...
The Phantom Thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi...
They're manipulating information.
Leaving Akechi aside.
Were there any instances before...
Well...
We didn't know anything about...
Then why don't we just...
That's impossible.
There's no way high school students...
Well?
No, that's still impossible.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the...
Isn't that an...
Oh, right!
I apologize.
Wait.
Yeah!
Man, talk about...
Hey, this way. And by the way, you didn't seem...
We will be counting on you.
Now it's covered. That's it. So I humbly ask that you let us all... I hope...
Is that... You guys wait here.
Wait!
Hey!
Stand...
I just wanted...
He's a biz...
The hell?
That...
You're that asshole. Oh, I'm...
What are you...
Come on!
But these guys...
Hey, kid, you don't want to know what...
It seems the customer base has changed since I was... Hey...
Damn!
What are you This country is... Let them go.
What a piece of shit. Wait, the same guy...
You're Shido...
Holy shit.
Let's get going, okay?
Shido's the guy who set you up?
Talk about a desk. Shido was involved in the
God.
Shido was already a politician then. He must have pulled some Furthermore, he also would have had to force...
He would do anything.
He can't sit still until he...
What a piece of shit. Children are the future, my ass! What he's saying and doing are completely different.
But now that we found out who did it, can't something be done about his record?
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult. It'd barely be possible even if proof of innocence is
At any rate, we need to trigger a change of...
Be that as it may, it's beyond hip. He speaks about the good of the country.
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as step.
He treats himself as an elite man.
I assume the key word for what he believes the diet building is will be despicable, too.
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as...
Let's head to the diet building again right after school tomorrow.
Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay.
Do you think... Yes! Hey! Yeah.
Security guards became suspicious of us last time, so we can't stay here for long. But we still have no hit.
Think it's a barrier?
Where'd your enthusiasm?
Ah, shut up.
Enough chatting.
The citizens are second. He wants to become fortunate.
Hey, can you just try saying anything?
Incompetent fools like you.
It was a match?
What? What kind of scenery?
I can't even...
Well, whatever it is.
Oh,
Are we clear of the guard?
Get closer to the wall, just in case. Alright.
Did anything change? We went in, right?
Security guards seem to be gone, but it's difficult to tell for certain.
This seems to be similar to what...
But this time...
Wait, look! Mona's appearance... That means we're definitely in a palace.
Come on.
How's it look over there? See anything?
Nah, it's totally normal.
I'll check it out.
Huh?
What the heck?
What's up, Futaba? Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
Huh?
Even though this country may sink, he alone will survive. That's what this cognition is about, huh?
A country that children can be proud of my ass. If a guy like this stands above everyone...
This is...
The same goes... He should have seen this scenery as well.
What in the... Whether it be for my father died
We gotta sink a palace with not just this... I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. Be careful. This will be completely different.
We're definitely...
Telling you to not be nervous.
We haven't failed yet, so if we must put an end to this. Let the infiltration begin. Time to pay him back.
Wait.
What is the matter? I understand. Indeed. It looks like...
You're right.
Listen up. Huh? What? Persona! No holds barred! Listen, Joker's on the ground. Can anyone do one of those real intense attacks? Joker, your health is low. Watch out! Persona! This one. Okay, time for a comeback.
Go down!
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool. All out attack! One more way!
I shall push you with the sword! Oh, is this... Indeed! Oh!
Who's with these...
It seems they think no harm will come to them because they're here on...
They're not even...
Hey!
Joker, there's a treasure chest.
Show me your true form!
Now's our chance! Beat him up! No holds barred! One down! Go, Queen, go! The enemy's weak to ice. We're evenly matched here. The enemy's evenly matched here. Just don't let your... The enemy's weak to ice. We're evenly matched here. Just don't let your guard down. Persona! Charge, Johanna! Smash it! Queen, you're so cool!
Persona!
Get ready! What's the plan? Take that!
Persona! There!
Nice one, Joker! You hit its weakness!
We're our future together! Yes!
Your power's incredible, Joker!
Okay. Show me your true form.
You've got the advantage. Don't rush this. This enemy is beneath us. It should be easy if you stay focused. Persona! Prepare yourself! You should finish it! Nice attack! Don't you forget this feeling. Good work, everyone.
All right.
Do you need something? Justine, registration? Are you sure? The inmate. Let's execute him! Let us begin the search. I see. A strong persona in looks pretty tough. You okay with this? Select the skills you'd like to inherit. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive some new power. Girls, let us begin.
You okay with this? Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive extraordinary power. It will receive I see.
Not terrible, but not impressive. Not terrible, but not impressive. You okay with this? Let's execute them. Can you gather them up? You change your mind? Are you finished? What? Do you need something? Now. Hmm? You'd like to read? These are the paths you have walked. Are you finished? What? No slacking off!
I'll reveal your true form.
Now's our chance! Beat him up! This enemy is beneath us. It's pretty easy if you stay focused. I couldn't finish it!
This is...
Nice attack!
Something else.
Nice! Joker took one out!
What are you doing to me? Indeed.
Your power's incredible, Joker!
Okay. Somewhere.
Free shatter! Good luck! The enemy's weak to ice. Weak against nuclear. The enemy's weak to ice. Persona! Take advantage of that. Charge, Johanna! Clear board 2 opponents! It's amazing! Use stop
Boss
again!
taking over. Persona! Goemon, strike!
You got him, Fox! One enemy hit the ground! That Shadow's no happy camper. Be serious and don't make light of stuff.
Human. I am thou, thou art I.
That's a new one, isn't it?
Okay. It's somewhere.
Have a bad feeling about that one! Charge, Johanna! That's one down! Go, Queen, go! Persona! Johanna! One more! Sometimes you just want to explode.
Useful.
Boss got knocked down! Come on, stay together!
How undignified. I am thou. Quiver, strike!
You did it, boss! This is a holdup!
Everyone, with me!
There's that four!
And the curtain falls. All right.
The enemies are gone. We can move ahead.
Somewhere. Oh, a treasure chest. I have something. This is what thievery is about.
huge doors are obviously suspicious. Wonder what's through here.
There's slots to stick in something like a key card. Whoa, there's 5 of them.
475 people in favor, 0 against.
I hear something.
Just their plan. This bill will be unanimously passed as drafted.
Passed? What's going on? Was that Shiro's voice?
If this truly is the representatives' chamber as written, beyond here must be the main assembly hall.
The what now?
It's that large conference room that's usually seen on the news.
Oh, that thing! Gotcha. So, what are they doing inside?
Most likely a meaningless vote. One in which whatever Shido proposes will always go unopposed.
So he's doing whatever he wants by keeping only his supporters in there.
What do we do to get in, though? Should we find these keycards?
Maybe we need some kind of qualification. One that vows to be his follower or swear loyalty.
So basically, we need to prove that we're on his side.
You sure move on quick.
But what's this qualification thing about?
Why don't we ask the guests on this ship?
That thought never crossed my mind.
Asking around doesn't sound like a bad idea. The guests here are the cognitive versions of them in Shido's mind. They'll know any secrets he shared.
True. You have a point.
That said, the ruler here is that evil Shido. It wouldn't surprise me if they did turn hostile.
Right. Yeah, wouldn't they attack us?
We should prepare for the worst, of course. But I think we'll at least be able to talk to them. This ship is most likely an Ark loaded with those that Shido believes are worth keeping alive. It'd explain the luxury cruise ship. I doubt idiot.
We can at least gather information. It helps.
He must believe that no one shows their true... Well then, let's split up and ask around. Well then.
Hey!
Somewhere.
The effect...
I can feel it.
Indeed.
Joker!
Indeed.
Joker! Nice! Well then.
Well...
Whoa! Joker!
Still, this is a surprise. The casino earlier looked pretty real too.
You have that right.
This ruler's observational skill.
Come on, no need...
I'm not freaking out. I was just alright.
Huh. Gotcha.
You're right. It seems...
Please hear me out.
Hey, listen!
Listen up!
It's no use.
I can only remember... Really? We're up against the politician Owe, a former noble, a we get certification from them, but only go for the cleaner after...
Whoa!
If we can't remember the details on the VIPs... Alright, let's get...
Hey!
Well...
Hey!
Okay.
Yo.
Where have you been searching all along, facing while alone,
Hey.
without a clue, without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be asked: where have I been?
Hey!
I'm a sharpshooter at those masquerade, hiding both face and mind, afraid for you to draw.
Oh! Yeah!
It's me. Sorry, I know you're tired. It'll be a sec, just hear me out. I've decided what I want to do with Shido after going into his palace. We can't let him run free. If there's a heart we gotta steal, it's definitely gotta be his. Yeah. Man, you knew this whole time, huh? I want to avenge you, that's a no-brainer, but that's not it. If we let him run the country, the weak will be totally effed. Isn't it our duty to protect them? Remember when I told you that heroes who lurk in the shadows are boring? Well, forget what I said. Those heroes are way cooler. Hey, once we change Shido's heart... no, never mind. Forget it. Let's do it. Let's steal that bastard Shido's heart. I'll do everything I can to make it happen. Thanks for listening to me. See ya.
Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark.
Hey!
Okay, quiet down.
Hey, are you sure it's okay for him to be down? I mean, wouldn't it...
Don't...
Welcome. What did I just...
Nah, still... You're... Same to you.
Well, are you pleased? I asked Futaba.
And I asked Ryuji to...
I knew you'd be wiped out for a while.
Ah, thank... No one cares.
I'm going out for a bit to...
So you... Well, what's up? It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, nice to meet you as well.
Could you at least figure...
Shut up! Don't you...
Mona tells me that you helped... We're awfully...
Oh no, it was my pleasure. Not only that...
What a refined response. Are we really around the same age?
You know, there's something I've wanted to ask you, Yoshizawa.
That's...
I was one... Of course, I'm but if our plan had somehow...
It all started about a week ago. I got the feeling that some... I'm so sorry. I was actually following you the...
Wait, we were tailed there?
We definitely had no idea about that. It's like night and day compared to when Makoto was following us.
I've been considering for a while now. Perhaps I should be fighting alongside you if I had... I wondered if an outsider... Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not... Then perhaps...
Well, we could...
Senpai? Well, you...
Honestly, we have no idea. Also, we pretty much were delighted by the offer, but moreover...
I believe I'd be acting selfishly. Very well. I understand you, but you have to promise me this. I don't ever want to feel as horrible as I did. I really do believe... It's time I get going. Well...
Okay.
That's incredible.
How can I help you?
Yeah.
Okay. You should be grateful. I guess that's fine. You should be grateful. I guess that's fine. You should be grateful. I guess that's fine. You should be grateful. Come again. Come again.
Wow! Okay. Nice going!
Welcome!
Hi there.
Hey,
Any questions? Well then. What? Well then. Yes. Well then. Actually... Come again.
whoa.
Hey!
Yep.
Please, take your time.
I hear that a lot.
Yes. Let us head off. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Ah, you're back. Yo.
Hey! Oh, yeah.
Searching all alone, confusing while I know without a sign, without questioning. The real question to be asked, where have I?
I'll just add this.
I'm a chapter